Yes, my people. Yeah, man. From your ear device, you know what time it is again. Yeah, man. It just basically freestyle to the people. Word, lyrical, you know. Freestyle out my thing again. Consciousness. Yeah, man. You know what I'm going to talk about today? Yeah. Basically, I'm just actually here thinking and creating a vibes about sometimes people like in many things. People, you're from a community, or you're a musician, or from a community, or you're an artist that's successful. And a lot of times you help a lot of people, but you don't really brag, you don't really boast. You give a lot of people some opportunities. Sometimes people want the all 100, like you have to do everything for them, and they're not supposed to do nothing for themselves. And if you're not doing the whole 100 for them, they believe to themselves you don't help them. Yeah? In many ways. Sometimes you help people, just give them the opportunity to achieve their goals. You don't have to, sometimes you don't have to give them money, I think, but you get them the links and the connections. And when you give them the links and the connection, they do not make use of the links and the connection. And then they actually say, you know, so when things do not work the way they might like it to work or they want it to work, they blame you because they want you to do everything for them. But wish you cannot do everything for them because you have your life where you have to deal with and your things that you have to deal with. So it's just an opportunity or a support for them to reach their goals. Yeah? Alright. I'm going to talk about my company deal with music. Yeah? So you're going to give an artist, a musician, an opportunity, even some big artists. Give in an next artist, try to bring to an artist, and the artist should be in studio at 10 o'clock. The artist is turning up 12 o'clock in the day. When the artist should be in studio and he make the first lick of money, he's flossing. So he believes that he make it already. And you putting out the work in, day out. And or when you're tired, you're still putting out the day. Sometimes you don't want to come out and go do the work, but you're going to do the work. The next thing is this, they get a show to do. True, they do not spend enough time graphing and working on their career. And, you know, rehearsing and putting out the work. They cannot perform properly. So there and then, they do not get the opportunity to get more shows. But they get up and then blaming everybody. The lyric content sometimes is not good enough. Sometimes that not good enough. But they believe, say, oh, this artist make it through the mainstream. Sometimes they make it through the mainstream, but it's very difficult for them to carry through someone as well. Because the people who make a decision, they do not want certain musicians. They can recommend an artist. Sometimes because I'm talking about, I'd say this guy Joshy. Yeah, allegedly Joshy talking about Shaggy and Sean Paul and those guys. I wish I Shabba Ranks. I don't acknowledge and realize. I know Ninja Man help Shabba Ranks. It's Ninja Man boss Shabba Ranks. Yeah? Ninja Man carry through Shabba Ranks. But I cannot know of Shabba Ranks carry through a musician. Yeah, if Shabba Ranks do carry through a musician, let me know. But I cannot know. But Shaggy. When Shaggy do this song, it wasn't me. No one know about the singer. Who know about the singer? The singer is a known name. There's a next artist where do with some TikTok thing with some artists. I think his surname is Moria or something like that. Yeah, no one know about those artists. Shaggy do a lot of combination with artists where nobody don't know about. Do you realize in the lockdown? Do you realize the amount of no-name artists Sean Paul do an album with in 2020? People they realize the album that Sean Paul released on his label. Do you realize the amount of no-name artists on that album? Yeah? Well, you know, Bounty Killer is the king of breaking through and carrying through no-name artists and make them be someone. Yeah? You cannot take that away from Bounty Killer. But Joshua Gilbert are doing research. And I see it doing a silly. You do not see Shaggy inside no club or do money pull up. And I show the money give selector. No. What Shaggy did, Shaggy looking after the I think it's a children homes or something like that. But Shaggy is giving to where it needed, not money pull up. Josh not even make no money yet. And he's flossing money, I show money, money pull up and things. That's what Shaggy do. Shaggy helping and doing what is needed. Bunty Banton is looking after this and taking care of this boys' home. When he win, he spent so many years in prison. Yeah? But he come back and he win the Jamaica festival. But he did not take the prize money for himself. He give that prize money to a boys' home. And supporting that boys' home for those young boys to have a better life. You don't see me in clubs and I show them money and talk about money pull up. So when he's hyping in that interview and talking about this person and that person, he got to check himself. Yeah? Check himself. Those veterans, they do a lot for people, friend. But sometimes a lot of them do things, but then do not talk. And not everybody do and brag. Yeah? So you got to really check yourself. Yeah? Because you can help someone, but if them do not help themselves, it doesn't matter how much you help that person. If the person do not help themselves and do what it takes to help themselves, all the helping that you're helping that person, gone. You just come in like you did not do nothing for that person. And then that person will get up and say, you do not help him. Because remember, you know, a lot of people do not remember the help where you help them, you know. All they remember the time when you did not help them. And if they do not make use of the help, they can give somebody £1 million or $1 million US, $1 million Jamaican dollars. And few days later, the person have nothing to show for it. I give somebody $1,000 or £1,000, and 20 years later, the person have something to show it. Is how they invest that money, and what they put in place. And how them deal with the money. Not the money what you make. Sometimes you work a link and a connection for someone. And if the person do not work the connection and the link in a very positive way, they will end up have nothing. And then you give a next person the same connection and the link, and they make the best of it. Yeah? You come like someone sent for 2 people from Jamaica to come to any one of the foreign country, America, Canada, England. Those are the countries I'm using. Yeah? And the 2 person get the same opportunity. And one make use of the opportunity to achieve a lot, and the next one have the same opportunity, get the same links and the same connection, and do not make use of it. And sit down, and the one who not make use of it will get up and say, although they get the same opportunity and the same help, but say, oh, the person who sent for them never helped them enough, because they do not make use of the opportunity that they get. It's just basically, that is it. Your life and your thing is come down to what you actually do. Yeah? Come down to what you ever do. If you like, and like what I'm saying, and you really appreciate what I'm saying, you can actually give your view and your opinion. Your view and your opinion is very important. Yeah? And also, you can like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. I always say, yeah, and subscribe, yeah? Okay, it is I Lever Alex, love in the community. I always said love, love, love in the community, my friend. Blessings.